Have you ever felt it? That quiet, creeping dread that seeps into your consciousness with the first faint rays of dawn? The alarm on your phone isn't just a sound, it's a siren, a piercing wail signaling the start of another 24-hour battle you're not entirely sure you can win. Your bed, your sanctuary, suddenly feels like a trench. The blankets are no longer a comfort. They are a heavy, leaden shield against a world that demands everything. A world that will take your time, your energy, your focus, your very soul if you let it. You hit snooze just once, you tell yourself. A small negotiation, a tiny treaty with exhaustion. Then you hit it again. You're not just delaying the inevitable start of the day. You are, in that small, seemingly insignificant act, negotiating the terms of your own surrender. You are telling yourself before your feet have even had the chance to feel the cold floor that you are already behind, already losing, already in debt to the day. You reach for your phone, the modern day pacifier for the anxious soul. You open the portal and scroll through a glittering, endless sea of curated perfection. Highlight reels of lives that seem impossibly flawless. Perfect bodies, exotic vacations, business wins, happy families smiling in perfect lighting, and the gap, the chasm between their polished fantasy and your raw, unedited reality, it widens until it feels like an abyss you could fall into forever. The anxiety, that familiar serpent, tightens its grip around your chest. The pressure mounts, the inner critic clears its throat, ready for its morning monologue. Is this it? Is this all it's going to be? Another day of just surviving? Another lap in the rat race, running on a treadmill of obligations, fueled by caffeine and quiet desperation? I am here to tell you with every fiber of my being that it does not have to be this way. I am here to tell you that the war for your life, for your dreams, for the person you were born to be is won or lost in the silent, sacred, pre-dawn hours of the early morning. This is your territory. This is the unclaimed land. Before the world wakes up to tell you who you should be, to slap its labels and expectations onto you, you have a golden, sacred window of opportunity to decide who you are. The next few minutes are not just a list of habits. This is not another productivity hack video. This is a manifesto for the forgotten warrior within you. This is an insurrection against mediocrity. This is your wake-up call, not the shrill, demanding one on your phone, but the deep, resonant one in your soul. So, I invite you to forget everything you think you know about morning routines. We are not here to add more tasks to your already overflowing plate. We are here to forge a new reality together. A reality where you don't just face the day, you command it. A reality where you don't just survive, you thrive. A reality where you become absolutely unstoppable. Habit 1, win the war in your head. The very instant your eyes flutter open, the battle begins. This is the first front line. It's not against your boss, your bills, your competitors, or your overflowing inbox. Not yet. The first and most critical fight of the day is against the insidious, treacherous voice in your own head, the saboteur within, the one that whispers with such convincing, seductive reason, you're too tired. 5 more minutes won't hurt. You deserve to rest. It's pointless anyway. Nothing will change. That voice is a master of sabotage, a grandmaster of mediocrity, and its greatest, most powerful weapon is the snooze button. Hitting that button is so much more than a simple action. It is a declaration of defeat. It's a micro decision that echoes through your entire day. It's a subconscious agreement that says, my immediate comfort is more important than my long-term commitment. It trains your brain with devastating efficiency to choose the path of least resistance, to choose ease over effort, procrastination over progress, the familiar prison of comfort over the terrifying freedom of discipline. So the first habit, the foundational habit upon which your entire empire of self is built is this. When that alarm goes off, you move. You do not think. You do not negotiate. You do not hesitate for a single second. You use Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, or you simply explode out of bed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It is a physical, visceral act of defiance against your own weakness. You swing your legs out of bed and you plant your feet firmly on the floor, like a soldier planting a flag on conquered ground. This is your territory. You have won the first engagement. This isn't about the masochistic cult of waking up early for the sake of it. This is about proving to yourself with your very first conscious action of the day that you are in control. Not your impulses, not your fatigue, not your feelings. You are the commander of this vessel, the captain of this soul. This simple act of immediate movement sends a shockwave of discipline through your entire being. It's your first victory, and that first victory creates a psychological phenomenon known as momentum. It makes all the other victories of the day not just possible, but probable. You have to understand this on a deep level. The quality of your entire day is a direct reflection of the conversation you have with yourself in the first 5 minutes of being awake. You can start the day by telling yourself you are weak, that you can't be trusted to keep a promise to yourself. Or you can start the day by proving you are a person of your word. Win that first conversation. Win the war in your head before your feet even hit the floor, and the rest of the day's battles will seem like mere skirmishes. You have to believe that you have the power to silence that inner critic, to rise above the gravitational pull of mediocrity. Stand up, plant your feet, and declare with your actions, not your words, I am awake and I am ready. Habit 2, the architect of your day. Now that you're up, victorious from your first battle, what do? Most of humanity stumbles blindly, reactively into their day. They are like ships without a rudder, pushed and pulled by the currents of external demands. They immediately check their emails, their social media, their news feeds. They let the world's agenda, the world's emergencies, the world's outrage become their own. They instantly become a pinball, bouncing frantically from one urgent but unimportant task to another, controlled entirely by external forces. They spend their entire day putting out fires, never building their own temple. But you are not most people. You are not a pinball. You are an architect. The second habit is to spend at least 10 minutes in absolute intentional design. This is not about writing a frantic to-do list. A to-do list is a cage. It's a list of chores. This is about creating a blueprint for the life you want to experience one day at a time. Find a quiet spot, put your phone in another room, close your eyes, and just breathe deeply in through your nose, filling your belly, and out through your mouth, releasing the lingering tension of sleep. Now, I want you to visualize your day ahead, but don't just see a checklist of tasks. I want you to see the movie of your perfect day, not just what you have to do, but who you want to be while you are doing it. See yourself moving through your challenges, not with stress, but with a calm, focused grace. See yourself having that difficult conversation you've been dreading, but see yourself doing it with calm authority and compassion. See yourself sitting down to your most important task, your one thing, and working with a deep, uninterrupted flow state. And here is the secret. Don't just see it, feel it. What does the feeling of success actually feel like in your body? Feel the pride of completing that difficult task. Feel the satisfaction of handling a challenge with integrity. Feel the relief of clearing your plate. Don't just see the outcome. Embody the emotional energy of the person who effortlessly achieves it. This is the secret sauce. You're not just planning your actions. You are pre-paving your emotional state for the day. You are emotionally rehearsing your success. When you do this, you are sending a powerful, undeniable signal to your subconscious mind and the reticular activating system in your brain. You're giving it a target, a mission. Your brain is a goal-seeking machine, but it needs a crystal clear picture of the target. When you drift into your day without this clarity, your brain latches onto the easiest, most immediate threats and distractions for its focus. But when you start with a powerful, positive, emotionally charged vision, you prime your mind to seek out opportunities, to find creative solutions, to operate from a state of power, not panic. You become the creator of your circumstances, not a creature of them. You are the artist, and the next 24 hours are your canvas. Don't just let life happen to you. Pick up the brush and paint your masterpiece every single day. Habit 3, fuel the fire. Your body is not a taxi you use to drag your head from one meeting to the next. It is the engine of your ambition. It is the physical vessel that must carry your dreams into reality. It is the biological hardware that runs the software of your mind. And how you fuel that engine in the morning determines its horsepower, its torque, its performance for the entire day. The third habit is to honor your body with two of the most fundamental elements of life: hydration and movement. Before you put anything else into your system, before the sacred coffee, before the food, before anything, drink a full, large glass of water. It is so profoundly simple, it's almost insulting. But think about it. After 7, 8, 9 hours of sleeping, breathing, and processing, your body is in a state of dehydration. Your brain, which is about 75% water, is thirsty. Your muscles are thirsty. Your organs are thirsty. They are all crying out for water. Giving your body that first glass of water is like turning on the lights in every single cell. It's a gentle, loving signal that says, we're open for business. It kickstarts your metabolism, it helps to flush out the toxins your body processed overnight, and it immediately improves your cognitive function. It is the oil for your engine. Do not underestimate its power. And then you move, you ignite the fire. I'm not saying you need to go run a marathon or have a punishing 2-hour gym session. I'm saying you need to generate energy 10 to 15 minutes. That is all it takes to completely change your physiological and psychological state. Stretching to release the stiffness of sleep, jumping jacks or burpees to get your heart rate up, a brisk walk outside to get sunlight in your eyes, a simple yoga flow, a few sets of push-ups and squats. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you get your heart rate up and your blood flowing. This is not just about long-term physical health. This is about generating immediate usable energy for the day ahead. When you move your body, you change your psychology. It is a biological hack. You release a cocktail of powerful neurochemicals, endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators, dopamine, the molecule of motivation, and norepinephrine, which sharpens your focus. You shake off the grogginess and lethargy of sleep. You flood your brain with oxygen and create a state of alertness and vitality that no stimulant in a cup can truly replicate. Think of it as a biological reset button. You are literally transforming your state from dormant to dynamic. You are telling every fiber of your being, every cell in your body, that this is a day for action, a day for power, a day for conquest. Don't treat your body as an afterthought. Treat it as your most valuable, most precious asset. Fuel the fire within, and you will have the energy to burn brighter than all of your excuses. Habit 4, the sanctuary of silence. We live in a world of noise, constant, relentless, soul-crushing noise. The ping of notifications, the endless scroll of opinions, the barrage of demands, the 24/7 news cycle of fear and outrage. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded. Our minds become cluttered with mental junk food. Our focus is fractured into a million tiny pieces, and our own inner voice, our intuition, is drowned out by the deafening roar of the crowd. The fourth habit is your act of rebellion against this modern-day madness. It is the practice of creating a sanctuary of sacred silence. For at least 10 minutes, you are going to do nothing. And by nothing, I mean you are going to sit in silence. No phone, no computer, no books, no podcasts, no distractions, just you and the rhythm of your own breath. For some of you listening to this right now, this is the most terrifying, most confronting habit of all. The silence can be deafening at first because it's in that silence that all the things you've been successfully running from come to the surface. The anxieties, the fears, the unresolved conversations, the lingering regrets, let them come. Your mission is not to fight them. Your mission is not to judge them. Your mission is to simply observe them like watching clouds pass in the sky. Your breath is your anchor to the present moment. when your mind inevitably wanders off, and it will 1,000 times, your job is to gently and without judgment guide it back to the simple physical sensation of your breath, in and out. This is the practice. This is the bicep curl for your brain. This is not about emptying your mind, which is an impossible task. It's about becoming the master of your attention. It's about learning to observe your thoughts without being controlled by them. It's about realizing that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. This practice of mindfulness, of meditation, is like a workout for your focus muscle. In a world that is architected to constantly steal your attention, the ability to control your focus is a genuine superpower. This silence is where clarity is born. It's where you untangle the complex knots of your mind. It's where brilliant, innovative ideas have the space to surface. Most importantly, it's where you connect with your intuition, that deep inner wisdom that always knows the right path. That gut feeling that is so often silenced by the noise of logic and fear. You will emerge from this sanctuary not empty, but centered, calm, grounded. You will have a quiet strength, a core of stillness that the chaos of the world cannot touch. You will become the eye of the storm. Find your silence. It is where your true power resides. Habit 5, the gratitude advantage. The final foundational habit is the one that ties all the others together. It is the master habit. It's the lens through which you will view your entire life. It is the most powerful performance-enhancing, reality-altering mindset on the planet. It is the practice of active, aggressive, relentless gratitude. Our brains are naturally wired with a negativity bias. It's a survival mechanism left over from our ancestors. We are constantly scanning our environment for threats, for what's wrong, for what's missing, for what could hurt us. But living in that state 24/7 in the modern world is exhausting. It's a prison of perpetual lack. It ensures that you are always focused on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, which is a recipe for misery. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to a different reality. Before you charge into your day, take 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and identify 3 specific things you are genuinely grateful for. And I mean specific. Not, I'm grateful for my family. That's too generic. I mean, I am so grateful for the way my daughter's face lit up with that huge gap-toothed smile when I walked in the room yesterday. Not, I'm grateful for my health. I mean, I am so grateful for the strength in my legs that allows me to walk freely and the air in my lungs that feels so clean this morning. Not, I'm grateful for my home. I mean, I am so grateful for the warmth and safety of my bed and the sound of the rain on the roof last night. And here's the key, feel it, don't just think it. Let the actual emotion of gratitude wash over you. Let it fill your chest. Let it bring a smile to your face. When you do this, you are literally rewiring the neural pathways in your brain. You are training your reticular activating system to scan for the good, to see the blessings, to find the opportunity hidden within the obstacle. It is a physiological and psychological impossibility to feel fear and gratitude at the same exact time. It is impossible to feel anger and gratitude at the same time. Gratitude doesn't mean you ignore your problems or pretend challenges don't exist. That's toxic positivity. No. Gratitude means you approach your problems from a position of strength, not scarcity. It gives you profound perspective. It reminds you that even on your worst days, you are surrounded by an abundance of miracles you take for granted. This isn't some soft, fluffy, new age concept. This is a strategic advantage in the game of life. It builds resilience. It improves relationships. It creates a psychological abundance that, through the law of attraction, brings more things into your life to be grateful for. It is the ultimate fuel. It turns what you have into enough and more. It is the foundation of unshakable joy and relentless, sustainable drive. Now, these 5 habits alone, if practiced with consistency, can and will fundamentally change your life. They are the bedrock. They are the foundation of the skyscraper of your potential. But for those of you who feel that pull, that deeper calling, for those of you who don't just want to be successful, but want to be a legend, For those who don't just want to be unstoppable, but want to become a force of nature, there is another layer. There are 5 more pillars to build upon your foundation. Let's go deeper. Habit 6, sharpen the blade. Your mind is your greatest asset. It is your greatest weapon. It is the tool that will build your empire or dig your grave. But like any blade, if it is not consistently and deliberately sharpened, it will grow dull. It will rust. The 6th habit is to dedicate at least 15 to 20 minutes every morning to sharpening your mental edge. This means turning off the junk food of the mind, the mindless dopamine-fueled scrolling, the celebrity gossip, the endless cycle of political outrage and negative news, and intentionally feeding your intellect with high-quality nutrients. Read a book, and not just any book. Read a book that challenges you, a book that expands your perspective, teaches you a new and valuable skill, or introduces you to one of the great minds from history. Read biographies of people you admire. Read philosophy. Read about business, art, science. Listen to a podcast that makes you think, not just laugh. Learn a language on an app. Study a subject that genuinely fascinates you. This isn't about passive entertainment. It's about active investment in your greatest asset. Every page you read, every new idea you absorb, every new skill you practice is another pass of the whetstone against the steel of your intellect. In a world that is drowning in shallow information, wisdom is the rarest and most valuable commodity. By consciously choosing to learn something new every single morning, you create a massive, compounding advantage that separates you from the masses. You build a repository of knowledge, a latticework of mental models that allows you to see patterns others miss, to find solutions others can't, and to innovate where others can only imitate. Don't just consume content, consume ideas that build you. Sharpen the blade every single morning, and you will be able to cut through any obstacle, any complexity that the day throws at you. Habit 7, declare your identity. Visualization is powerful, but declaration is creation. The 7th habit is to use the creative force of your own voice to speak your destiny into existence. This is about using the power of spoken word to consciously and deliberately program your identity. Find a private space where you will not be disturbed. Look at yourself in the mirror. Stand tall, pull your shoulders back, and speak your affirmations out loud, not in a timid whisper, not just in your head. Speak them with the fire of conviction. These are not wishy-washy hopes like, I hope I can be more confident. They are declarations of who you are, stated in the present tense. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am a person of my word. I am a creator of immense value. I am resilient and unbreakable. I am a magnet for success and abundance. Your words carry a vibrational energy. When you speak them out loud, you are not just hearing them with your ears, you are feeling their vibration in your chest, in your bones. You are commanding the trillions of cells in your body to align with that stated reality. The world will spend the rest of the day trying to label you, to put you in a box, to define you by your past. It will call you not good enough, too much, unqualified, a failure. This habit is your preemptive strike. You define yourself before the world gets a chance to. You are claiming your own power. You are reminding yourself of the immutable truth of your potential, not the temporary lie of your current circumstances. Your words create your world. Your thoughts create your feelings create your actions, and your actions create your life. It all starts with the word. So speak a world of strength, of power, of unwavering self-belief into being. Declare who you are, and then go out and spend the rest of the day becoming it. Habit 8, unleash your creator. Inside every single one of us, there is a creative spark, a voice that wants to build, to express, to connect ideas, to make something new. It's the essence of our humanity. But our logical, overscheduled, hyper-efficient lives often smother that spark before it can catch fire. The 8th habit is to deliberately give that inner creator a voice, even for just 5 or 10 minutes. This isn't about being a professional artist. It's about engaging in the act of creation for its own sake. Write in a journal with no agenda, no filter, just letting your thoughts, fears, and ideas flow freely onto the page. This is how you have a conversation with yourself and discover what you truly think. Sketch an idea for a project, play an instrument, even poorly, write a single paragraph of a story, a poem, or even just a powerful sentence. The goal is not to produce a masterpiece. The goal is to engage the part of your brain that lives outside of spreadsheets and to-do lists, your right brain. This practice unlocks a different, more intuitive kind of problem solving. It builds new neural pathways. It has been proven to dramatically reduce stress and anxiety by giving you a nonverbal outlet for emotions that you can't logically articulate. When you start your day by creating something, no matter how small, instead of just consuming or reacting, you fundamentally shift your entire orientation to the world. You prime yourself to be a cause, not an effect. You start to see possibilities instead of problems. You see opportunities for innovation and expression everywhere. You remember that you are not just a cog in a machine. You are a creator, a builder, an artist of your own life. Unleash that power. It will transform everything. Habit 9, the anchor of connection. Ambition can be a lonely road. In our relentless, head-down pursuit of goals, it's dangerously easy to become isolated, to see other people as contacts, competitors, or obstacles instead of what they truly are, our reason why. The 9th habit is a powerful, grounding antidote to this modern isolation. It is the practice of intentional, heartfelt human connection. Before the chaos of the day truly begins, take just 1 or 2 minutes to truly connect with someone you love. This isn't about scrolling past their picture on social media and hitting like. It's about a real, tangible, present moment connection. If you live with a partner, put your phone down, look them in the eyes, and have a 2-minute conversation about what you're excited for or what they need from you today. Give them a real hug, a full 6-second hug that allows oxytocin, the bonding hormone, to be released, not a hurried peck on the cheek on the way out the door. If you have children, get down on their level, look them in the eye, and ask them about their dreams or what would make their day great. If you live alone, send a heartfelt, specific text to a friend or family member, telling them exactly why you appreciate them. This habit is your anchor. It grounds you in what truly, deeply matters in the end. It reminds you that your strength, your success, your ambition is not just for you. It's for the people you love and serve. It fills your emotional reserves for the day ahead. It reminds you that you are part of something bigger than your own ego, your own ambition. This anchor of connection will hold you steady through the fiercest storms the day can bring. It is the ultimate source of strength and resilience. Don't ever forget it. Ever. Habit 10, consult your compass. The daily grind, the relentless onslaught of tasks and responsibilities can make us lose sight of the horizon. We get so caught up in the what and the how that we completely forget the why. The 10th and final habit is your strategic check-in. It is the moment you stop, lift your head, and consult your life's compass. Have your biggest goals, your ultimate vision for your life written down, not on a computer file hidden in a folder, on a physical piece of paper, a note card, something you can hold in your hands, and for 1 minute, just 1 single minute, you read it. You look at that vision for your health, your career, your relationships, your legacy. You remember the destination you are sailing towards. You remember the person you are fighting to become. This simple practice ensures that your daily actions are in alignment with your ultimate purpose. It is the ultimate filter for your decisions. It prevents you from the tragic fate of climbing a ladder for 20 years only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. It gives profound meaning to the mundane, that difficult phone call you have to make, that tedious project you have to finish, that grueling workout you have to endure. They are no longer just chores. They are the necessary, meaningful steps on the path to your grandest vision. Consulting your compass gives you perspective. It lifts your eyes from the mud and the rocks at your feet to the stars in the sky. It fuels you with a sense of purpose that is so profound, so powerful, that it makes any temporary discomfort, any short-term sacrifice feel utterly insignificant. It is the ultimate answer to the question that will haunt you on your toughest days. Why am I doing this? It is your true north. So there they are, 10 habits, a 10-part manifesto for a life of power, purpose, and peace. Win the war in your head. Become the architect of your day. Fuel the fire in your body. Find the sanctuary in the silence. Gain the advantage with gratitude. Sharpen the blade of your mind. Declare your identity. Unleash your inner creator. Hold on to the anchor of connection, and always, always consult your compass. This is not a checklist to be rushed through in a frenzy. This is a sacred ritual. It is the process of building your best self one morning at a time. The world will tell you to be realistic. Your own doubts will tell you to stay comfortable. But there is a part of you, a deep, primal, ancient part of you that is starving for more. It's the part of you that knows in your bones that you were made for greatness. The morning is your sacred ground. It's your training field. It's your laboratory. It's where you forge the armor you will wear into the battles of the day. It's where you decide again and again and again to choose courage over comfort, discipline over doubt, and greatness over mediocrity. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is a myth. The moment is now. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, I want you to remember this feeling. I want you to see it not as a chore, but as a privilege, a chance to be reborn, a chance to build brick by brick the life you have only dared to dream of. Plant your feet on the floor, take a deep breath, and know with every cell in your being that you have what it takes. You are not just a survivor, you are a warrior. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the master of your fate. You are, and you will always be, unstoppable. Now breathe that in. Feel the weight and power of those words, unstoppable. It's a powerful word, isn't it? It feels like something reserved for superheroes, for legends, for titans of industry. But I am here to tell you that the seed of that power, the very DNA of that reality, is planted in the soil of those 10 habits. It is watered with your consistency. It is nourished by your courage. But let's be honest with each other. Let's be brutally, painfully, beautifully honest. Reading a list of habits is easy. Watching a video like this is easy. Feeling motivated for 10 minutes, for an hour, for a day, that's easy. The fire is burning bright right now. I can feel it. You can feel it. The conviction is there. You're ready. You're thinking, tomorrow is day one of my new life. And then tomorrow comes. And the day after that, and the week after that, and the enemy you defeated in your mind this morning, he comes back. Oh, he comes back. And he doesn't come back with a whisper. He comes back with a roar. He comes back armed with the crushing weight of your old reality. The comfort of your bed feels 10 times more seductive. The voice of doubt is no longer a whisper. It's a prosecuting attorney in a courtroom, listing every single one of your past failures as exhibit A, B, and C for why this time will be no different. This is the real battle, not the first morning, but the 17th, the 53rd, the 102nd, the cold, rainy Tuesday morning when you didn't sleep well, when you have a deadline breathing down your neck, when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to just give in, to just be normal, to surrender. What do you do then when the motivation has vanished, when the initial flame of inspiration has dwindled to a fragile, flickering ember? This is the moment that separates the dreamers from the doers. This is the moment that defines your entire existence, because it's in this moment you must understand the most critical truth of all. This was never about motivation. Motivation is a fair weather friend. It's a fleeting emotion. It's candy. What we are building here is not built on the flimsy, sandy foundation of feelings. It is forged in the eternal fires of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishment. Discipline is the steel reinforcement in the concrete of your character. Discipline is doing what you said you would do long after the mood you set it in has left you. It's showing up for yourself when no one else is watching, when there is no applause, no reward, just you and your promise. It's choosing the hard right over the easy wrong, again and again and again. Those 10 habits, they are not a menu at a restaurant where you pick and choose what you feel like doing today. They are your daily declaration of war against mediocrity. They are your non-negotiable contract with your future self. You don't do them because you feel like it. You do them because it's who you are. You are a person who wins the war in their head. You are a person who fuels the fire. You are a person who sharpens the blade. It is your identity. Think about it. Did you negotiate with yourself this morning about whether or not to brush your teeth? Did you have to find the motivation? No, you just did it. It's part of your identity as a person who maintains basic hygiene. We are going to make these 10 habits as ingrained, as automatic, as essential as brushing your teeth. How? By understanding the power of the chain. Every single morning you complete your ritual, you forge another link in a chain of discipline. The first day the chain is fragile. It's just one link, but the next day it's 2, then a week, a month. After 100 days, you have a chain so thick, so powerful, so heavy with the weight of your own commitment that it becomes harder to break it than to continue it. The pain of breaking that chain, of letting yourself down, becomes greater than the temporary pain of getting out of bed. You are no longer relying on the fickle winds of motivation. You are being pulled forward by the unstoppable momentum of your own integrity. You are honoring the promises you made to the only person you are truly accountable to for your life, you. And let's talk about that person, that future self, the one you see in your quietest moments of reflection, the confident, successful, peaceful, powerful version of you. Right now, that person feels like a distant dream, doesn't it? A character in a movie, but that person is real, and they are begging you. They are screaming at you from across the chasm of time, pleading with you to pay the price today so that they can exist tomorrow. Every time you hit the snooze button, you are stealing from them. Every time you choose comfort over commitment, you are betraying them. Every time you let the day happen to you instead of for you, you are pushing their existence further and further away into the realm of fantasy. But every time you rise, every time you plant your feet on that floor, every time you complete your sacred ritual, you are building the bridge to them. You are laying down the tracks, piece by piece, that will carry you from the person you are to the person you were born to be. This journey, it will feel lonely at times. There will be moments when you look around and see everyone else sleeping in, taking the easy path, choosing the comfortable lie. They will not understand why you are doing this. They might even mock you for it. Why are you getting up so early? Why are you working so hard? You need to relax more. They will say this because your discipline is a mirror. It reflects back to them their own compromises. Your light illuminates the areas of their life where they have settled for darkness. Do not let their comfort become your cage. You must find the strength to walk this path alone if you have to, because you are not doing this for their approval. You are not doing this for likes or validation. You are doing this for your soul. You are answering a call that they cannot hear. You are on a mission to rescue the greatest version of yourself from the prison of mediocrity. And that is the holiest, most important mission you will ever undertake. And what happens when you fail? Because you will. Let's not pretend otherwise. There will be a morning when the alarm goes off and you lose the battle. You will surrender to the warmth of the blankets. You will wake up hours later filled with regret, the bitter taste of self-betrayal in your mouth. The voice in your head will be relentless. See, I told you you couldn't do it. You're a fraud. You're a failure. You might as well just give up completely. In that moment, you have a choice. You can believe that voice. You can let one lost battle convince you that you have lost the entire war. Or you can show yourself the one thing that is even more powerful than discipline: grace. You can forgive yourself. You can look in the mirror and say, I lost today. I am human. I made a mistake. But this mistake does not define me. My response to it does. The most important rule of this entire process is this: never miss twice. You can lose a day, it happens, but you do not, under any circumstances, allow yourself to lose 2 days in a row, because one day is a mistake, 2 days is the beginning of a new habit. It's the first step down the slippery slope back to your old life. So if you fall, you get up, you dust yourself off, and the very next morning, you show up with a renewed ferocity. You show up to prove to yourself that your commitment is stronger than your mistakes. Your comeback is always more important than your setback. Do you understand the power you are cultivating here? It goes so far beyond just having a productive morning. You are fundamentally rewiring your nervous system. You are teaching yourself at a cellular level how to face discomfort and move through it. You are building a tolerance for the friction of growth, which is the price of admission for any worthy goal. And this power, it will not stay confined to your mornings. It will bleed into every corner of your life. The confidence you build by conquering your alarm clock will be the same confidence you use to ask for that raise or start that business. The focus you cultivate in your 10 minutes of silence will be the same focus you use to nail that presentation or be fully present with your family. The resilience you forge by never missing twice will be the same resilience that gets you through the inevitable heartbreaks, failures, and challenges that life will throw at you. You will start to walk differently, talk differently. You will carry yourself with a quiet authority, a centered strength that people can feel. They won't know why you've changed. They'll just see that you have. You will become the rock, the person others turn to when their own worlds are falling apart, because you have practiced day in and day out how to be the eye of the storm. You are not just building a better morning routine. You are building a better you. A stronger, more disciplined, more resilient, more peaceful, more powerful you. And that person can achieve anything. That person can withstand any storm. That person can move mountains. So I ask you again, what are you waiting for? Are you going to let another day, another week, another year slip by, living a shadow of the life that is waiting for you? Are you going to let the seductive voice of fear and comfort dictate the terms of your one precious existence? Are you going to go to your grave with your music still inside you? Or are you going to make a decision, a real decision, the kind of decision from which there is no retreat? A decision to draw a line in the sand of your life and declare with every ounce of your being, the old me dies tonight. The old ways of living end now. Tomorrow morning, a warrior is born. Tomorrow morning, I begin the fight for the life I deserve. Forget your past, forget your failures. They are irrelevant. The only thing that matters is your next move. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, that is your moment of truth. That is your battlefield, and the only opponent is you. Rise, fight, conquer, repeat. This is the path. There is no other. The world doesn't need another person who almost did it. It doesn't need another person who had great potential. It needs you, the fully realized, fully alive, absolutely unstoppable you. Now go and become it.